In this lesson, I want to introduce you to another declaration syntax for prop types and default props whenever we have a class-based React component. So this approach that we have on lines 19 through 29 is valid for either class components or function components, but when we have a class component, there is another option available to us. What we can do is declare our prop types and our default props within the actual class definition, within the actual component definition. The way it works is inside our curly braces, what we can do is use the keyword static. That's actually going to declare a property as a class property rather than as an instance property. And here, what we can write is prop types, like so, and assign that to the exact same object that we have right here. So I'm just going to cut and paste this little bit of logic and paste it in here. Delete this former line. And so we have static prop types equals the prop types object. The syntax remains the same. The properties in the object represent the props that are flowing into this component whenever a parent renders it. And the values are the data types that those props should be. So for example, class name should be a string. And whenever our browser renders the button component, it's going to check during runtime, which means when the app is being used in our browser in development mode, it's going to check if these data types apply, and if they are invalid, for example, if they are not passed when they are required, or if they are passed but they have the wrong data type, it's going to give us that console warning, all right? So similarly for default props, instead of adding it on as a property to the component after the declaration, inside our class body, we can write static default props and make that equal to this object right here. And some people prefer this approach because it allows us to have everything kind of within the body of the component, within the body of the class definition. So I'm going to remove this extra line. We no longer need it. And that's what this syntax looks like, but the functionality remains the same. Here are the props and their data types, and here are the default values for the props in case the parent component does not provide these props when rendering a button. All right, that's all there is to cover in this lesson, so I will see you in the next one.